Good morning. This happened. Oh, wondering where all my frames went. Well, it's this machine that Tetra set up. Oh my god, this is a huge mess. Okay, there's too many chickens. Nothing to see here. Look at that beautiful horizon. Now that I have cleaned up that mess, it is naturally time for me to get revenge. And I know just how to do it. And I'll be doing that very shortly. But before I do that, I want to give you a quick update. I've been doing some maintenance. I made a little slime sign. And this is the slime hut. I have changed a few things around. And it is working pretty good. I already have a full double chest of slime blocks and some left over. So I had to go do some maintenance down there. There was an issue with the cart. It wasn't unloading properly. And there was also an issue with some of the iron golems. So I have since rectified that. And as far as I can tell, everything is working as intended. I have also done just the smallest bit of work down in the mines. I can't remember if there's anything different here. I think I've shown you everything. Oh yeah, this guy. I used some of the prismarine blocks that I got from raiding the ocean monument to replace the materials I used to build the dragon. So now it looks kind of like scales, right? So it looks more dragony. And then I realized I need to put some carpet or something down here because it was too dark. Monsters could spawn. I was just getting lucky that none had. Come down here. I started to lay down some prismarine and just make a path and section off this. Just felt inspired to do a little bit of something. And this leads off to the zombie spawner down there. And I'm going to make this into some sort of tunnel. I'm not sure what I want to do. I like the too high wall and then keeping the cave exposed. Maybe having some entrances that staircase up to the cave area. I know over in this direction is where I've been doing a lot more strip mining because it's Y11 and I'm not running into nearly as much lava as I was when I was mining down here. But yeah, that just a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. But now we're going to have to try and get some revenge. And I have an idea of something that I want to try. The prank is all contained inside this shulker box. Do you have any idea what the prank is? This is light-stained glass pane. And I'm gonna fill all his empty spots in his chests with that. Oh my god. Here we go, but first I want to name them. Now this is a trick that I learned from another Minecrafter named Ethos Lab. I'm sure you're familiar with him. He is a wildly popular Minecrafter, one of the OG. And I was watching one of his videos years ago, and he did a trick like this. And I thought, brilliant. I can't wait to employ that myself. Now, I want to hurry because it is the morning, which means he may or may not log in before I'm finished. But I have to come over here and find some place where he won't look for it immediately. So hold on, let me grab he needs some glass. What was the other? At least this won't break the server. Haha. All right, well, we're going to leave one there. We'll leave one here. You didn't have a lot of spaces. We'll leave them here. Okay. Here's some empty spots. I should do some tee-hees. Yeah. Now I'm going to come over here and we're going to do like that, like that, like that, Gonna mix and match. Let me grab some of the ones that aren't named. That way he won't be able to just do the click trick. Can I put some in here? Oh my god. All right, I don't want to push my luck, so I am out. Hopefully it takes him a little while to realize, but I put it in every chest, so I think he'll find it pretty quickly. And here we are, home sweet home. So now what I want to do today is get these guys a nice little romantic getaway so they feel all lovey-dovey and produce babies for me. I need you to produce babies. Will you do that for me? You and you are about to have the time of your life. But first, I need to set the mood. Here it is. Welcome to the love box. Now I just have to get the villagers in here and set the mood, which will be really easy to do. I've got the perfect aphrodisiacs. All right, Martin. Go on, get. There you go. There's a good boy, Martin. Now, F3 und B. Okay. Go. Get in there. Get in there. Go. Get in there. Get in there. Wait. Go. There. Whew. I'm pretty sure you can't get out. Don't leave. Your life partner is about to join you, okay? All right, not Martin. There you go. Look at you. You're a hero. The hero that we all need. Well, that I need to create people to automatically farm for me. There we go. Ha-ha! There's no escape. You get in there. Yep, go on. You're doing great. You're doing great. Don't resist. Don't resist. Get in there. Get in. Go. Get in. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Freaking go. Stop. Get in there. Please. Please. Okay, I have an idea. This is what we're going to do. Yep, there you go. Okay. Oh, okay. There! Are you happy? Do you have any idea how hard this was? You made this so difficult, and it was unnecessary. There. It's easy. You just have to be prepared and have a little bit of patience. All right, you lovebirds, eat up. And now, some music to set the mood. All right, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna give them some privacy. Hey, Ruben, what are the odds that they got busy last night and made a few babies for us? Okay, you're not very optimistic. I think it's gonna be 100 out of 10 chance. Ha! And life! I have created life. I forgot to set up a way to get them. You're gonna love your new life as a farmer. It's a simple life. Up you go. Then we plug that up. Easy peasy. So he's going to stay in there. doing farmer stuff. And now we need another one. I promise, it's a fun ride. Go on then. Bye. You've done great. Okay, they are all in place. Now all that's left is to give them the seeds. I'll put carrots and potatoes on this side. I think with beetroots and wheat, I'll need to filter out the seeds, the excess seeds that might get thrown, that might accidentally end up in the hoppers due to the configuration here. Morally, I'm not sure how I feel about this setup, but as a player, I'm pretty happy with it. Now I just need to do the beetroot and the wheat. I have finally gotten everything set up, and I brought all of them down here and wrapped them around, and I have made 4 little areas with farms. And I gotta say, it was pretty smooth sailing getting all of these guys in place, but they just stopped producing, or they weren't throwing their food to their friend. So only one side was throwing, these 2 sides. This side, the beetroots and the carrots. And then I realized, oh, these guys weren't centered. They were too far to one side, so they weren't throwing things to each other. So I fixed that with some trap doors, and it looks like it worked. It was a pain in my rear end trying to figure out why they weren't, one side wasn't working, and then I would change something, and then the other side would work. But if you look here, we've got some carrots, we've got some potatoes, we've got some beetroots, and bread, which is annoying. So it seems like they're only throwing bread to each other, which means I'm going to need to put hoppers underneath everything here, and then connect that to a different chest somewhere. And I'm also going to need to filter these out and trash them, because I don't need them. I just need the beetroots. I don't want beetroot seeds clogging up the pipe and entering into the dispenser. But that's what I need to do now, is work on connecting all of these to their respective dispensers. And then this incantation of fertilization spell will be effectively complete. And I'm finished. Would you look at this? Now, this is a mess, and it probably looks overly complicated, but all I'm doing here is filtering out the beetroots, and anything that isn't beetroots, namely seeds, gets filtered through into this and tossed into the lava. Now, I need to rearrange this so that this side isn't open. I think I have an idea for how I could possibly do something like that, but yeah, I'm going to be trying to rearrange this just a little bit. But you can see what I've been doing here. Made use of the target block. What's great about that is the target block will actually make the redstone point at it. And that means I can power this block without having to move the redstone out another block and then down this way and then over. I can keep it a little more compact that way. Target block is quite amazing. And yeah, so when an item gets in here, it gets spit out. Sometimes it lands there, but that's because I need to rearrange this. Anyway, don't look at that. You might be asking yourself, Careless Rex, what's with all the composters? Yes, I have noticed these too. Now, I put these here because with composters, okay, it's a long story, but it prevents lag, okay? Because with a hopper, it checks every tick. Every game tick, it checks if there's an item that can be sucked in. However, if you put a composter on top, it it stops doing that check because only one thing can go through, which is bone meal. So it doesn't check every tick. It just checks for a change state. So once this composter reaches a certain state, then it will pull the item out, as opposed to just checking, is there anything I can pull in? No. And for each time we do this, we reduce the amount of times the game has to calculate whether or not something can be pulled in. And it still checks, even if you have a block like this above it. But composters stop it from making that check completely, and it will in turn reduce lag. Now, unfortunately, okay, well, I fell. But also, unfortunately, I can't put composters here because if I do that, then it's just going to dump the crops into the composter and then make bone meal. And that's not what I want. I'm not trying to make bone meal. I've got plenty of that. But let me show you what I've got up here. I think I have shown you a little bit, but they're working. They're working pretty hard for me. And don't worry, they get paid leave. They get medical. They've got really good benefits. They've got a 401k, so you don't need to worry about them. They're doing just fine. And if you come down here, we'll see this is already loading up with potatoes. And then this should be beetroots, and then we have wheat. Now, another thing that I think I mentioned is they were making bread, so that's why instead of the system I have over there, I have hoppers underneath everything. So it will pull the wheat up before the villager has a chance to grab it, which also means sometimes seeds get thrown through there. Understandable. And sometimes he'll throw whatever leftover wheat he does manage to collect. He'll make bread and give it to the other villager instead of just throwing the wheat to him. And so the bread and the seeds get filtered through and thrown into the garbage. But it should be working properly. And I have done 0 tests. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's give this a test and see if it's working properly. Okay, I have my book, my spell book, and I have no idea which one of these corresponds to which. So I'm going to simultaneously test it, and then I'll be able to put the item that I get into where the arrow's pointing. So 2 birds, 1 stone situation. All right, we're going to cast the incantation of fertilization. And if all is going according to plan, okay, cool. And did you see the hopper? All right, we need to turn it off because I'm not trying to... Did you see the hopper that popped up? Must have fallen in there. Okay, there we go. We've got carrots, so I can put carrots there. Let's point to this, and let's flip to the right spell. And let me guess, I'm going to guess beetroot. Nope, it was potato. I should have trusted my instinct. I thought it was going to be potato. I should have just trusted my instinct. Okay, but we've got 50-50 on this one. I'm going to guess wheat for this one. It's going to be wheat. I just know it. There we go. Please, big money, big money, big money. Give me the wheat. Is it going to be wheat? It's beetroot. Come on, I could have... We could have had something special, but no. You're playing games. Okay, so beetroot goes here, and then that means this last one is wheat. But we do need to test it to make sure that it is working properly. I bet it's going to be wheat. I can guess it. I'm psychic. Check this out. Wait. Did I flip to the right page? How come I'm not getting wheat? Uh-oh. Okay, uh-oh. Well, this is why we test things. All right, I need to go down there. I'm going to leave it on, and I'm going to go down there and test to make sure everything's working properly, which I know it's not. First, we want to test here, or check here. So we do have a signal being sent all the way down. My guess is that maybe I broke a line somewhere, because I'm not hearing the dispenser tick, so that is probably what happened. What is happening here? Oh. Okay. I see. This is not long enough. And we hear the dispenser ticking away, which means we are more than likely getting wheat up top. And look at the magic. You'll love to see it. Great. That means with that, the incantation of fertilization is complete. I'm very happy with how this project turned out. It took quite a bit. This was way more involved than I expected it to be. Each individual component is quite simple. These automatic farms are very common. People put them in every one of their playthroughs, every one of their worlds. You'll have some variation of these very simple automatic farms, but putting them all together into this system that shoots them into two respective tunnels up to the player was way more involved than I expected it to be. That's that project effectively finished. I just want to put a flower on top of the flower pot there and maybe look into bees next. I would like to do some automatic bee farming. However, before I say goodbye, I want to maybe give you an idea of what I have planned for the future. I have a villager breeder down yonder. It is the love box. You can't really see it. It's being blocked by everything. But what I would really like to do is put a very wide road down here and fill either side with buildings that are similar to this, just of all kinds of shapes and sizes, just all kinds of weird, wacky buildings that will inhabit villagers. And I can have my own custom village that I can come to and trade to get items and such. I can put a guy back here for, I don't know, just to guard the slime balls, which this farm is working, honestly, too good. It's working too good. I never thought that I would run into an issue where I made a farm that works too good. Most of the time I make stuff and it's super inefficient, but this one is working exceptionally well. So I'm going to have to do something with that. But that's my plan, is to make a big fat road down this way and then just litter this area with a bunch of different buildings. And of course, I need to get started on my main base. I have put it off long enough. I am getting a little intimidated with it, but I want to get started on a main base right about here. But I am going to do some testing on a creative world to try and get the thing that I want. But ultimately, I'm planning on some really tall tower that reaches up into the heavens. But I do want to make it rather large, rather intimidating, just big and brooding, and whatever other adjectives accurately describe what it is I'm trying to communicate to you. But I'm having a hard time coming up with the words. But that's my plan. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. Thank you. This was just an absolute gas. I'm so happy we were able to finish the incantation of fertilization, which I finished, today. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to give Ruben a kiss. Ruben. Mwah. And I'll see you next time. Love, peace, and chicken grease.